Morning everyone, Tom Swales here at tomswales.com. Today I'm going to show you how to floss your nerves. So some of us will feel like we have tightness in hands, elbows, shoulders, wrists, even in the lower extremity. Today I'm going to show you how to loosen those off just by mobilizing the nervous system. Now the nerves that supply the arms and the shoulders and the hands, they come from the neck. And if we are slouched and crouched at our desk all day, we can start to jam things up. Things aren't going to be sliding like they're supposed to. And nerves should be sliding very smoothly. If we are feeling tightness in the elbow, the wrist, all of a sudden we can't extend the wrist, we can't flex our shoulder, it could be a nerve issue. Don't assume it's a muscle issue. So remember, the nerves run the muscles. So if the nerves and the nervous system feel threatened, it will use the muscles to create tightness to protect itself. So very simply, if you don't have any joint restrictions and you're jammed up, then this should work relatively well. If you are turning the head and you're getting pinchiness anywhere, get that sorted out by an advanced manual therapist to clear that out of the way. But if you don't, if everything feels free and symmetrical and there's no pinchy or pain, good. If you have a lot of numbness or tingling, don't compress this could irritate it. So we're just gonna say we have a little bit of tightness in the extremities and we're gonna loosen that off. So first things first, hands up, hands back, open the chest. Look down, look up, okay? Feel, you might have a little tingly going on in here, that's okay, it's gonna be temporary. So we can do 10 reps just here at the neck. This is gonna open up both sides. Then we can start to spin the shoulders. We can either go same direction, same time, or we can go opposite. And we can add on some neck movement. So you can look towards the open palm, or you can look away from the open palm. Based on how it feels, you're going to feel kind of this blood flow opening up into the arms, and the hands might start to feel a little tingly, but it should go away relatively quickly. We're not going to be spending time hanging on to tension. We don't want to do that. Nerves don't like to be stretched for long periods of time. They like to be tensioned on and off. So this one is more for what's called the median nerve. That's the one that supplies the carpal tunnel. So if you're getting numbness or tingly or heaviness in these three fingers, okay, that's that carpal tunnel, that's that median nerve. So this is going to help open that up. If it's just more one side, we can bias it. So we can open the palm like a waiter, lift that shoulder, open up, and we can floss at the elbow, okay? We can stay out here, we can floss at the wrist, we can rotate the shoulder, we can keep it out here, and we can move at the neck. So we can either go into side bend, or we can add a little rotation on there. Good? So that's more for the median nerve. The ulnar nerve, you can go quickly. You're just gonna make glasses, and bring it up here. You can see my mobility sucks with this, and this is something I need to do regularly. And all I'm gonna do is create spectacles, like this. Okay, so you can do both sides for 10, or you can do one side for 10. Okay, again, we don't need to do a ton of these, it's more frequency through the day. The last one for the radial nerve. Tuck thumb into it, don't crush. You're going to bring the shoulder into extension, around 45, 50 degrees. You're going to rotate that shoulder down. So the fist is up towards the ceiling. You can side bend the neck away and then slowly lift. Here, if it is tense, you're gonna feel maybe a little pull on the top of the wrist, maybe on the top of the elbow here. That's where the nerve will kind of come out. So again, we're gonna go up into tension, come out of tension. We can keep the shoulder on and we can move the neck, okay? Find out what works. I can stay here and I can just floss the wrist. So wherever you feel the most tension, if it's more at the wrist, maybe you gotta floss the wrist. If it's more at the elbow, just move the elbow, kind of tension, take the tension on and off, and that will help open that up. One of my favorites, okay? If you don't want to try and remember how all of these nerves work, you can just very simply put a book, this is a little slider disc, and you can spiral. So you can see I'm essentially moving and rotating through the joints, but this spiraling movement is actually mobilizing the nervous system. And you can get as complex as you want. You can go one side and the other. Okay. Great for warm-up. Really start to open up shoulders, dissociate the neck from the shoulders, dissociate the scapula, make sure that you start to move around a bit. But if you feel tightness, don't assume it is a tight pec or a tight elbow. There might be some nerve stuff. The best way to figure this out is just play with the exercises. As long as you're not restricting, you don't have some extreme numbness or tingling in there, because putting tension through a nerve that's already sensitive can make it worse. Get it assessed by an orthopedic specialist, okay? So those are a few things that you can play with. Let me know, get creative, and really you can kind of feel out where you're restricted. You know, nerves, for the majority of us, the anatomy says they run this way. There might be some subtle nuances with individuals. So what might bring on tension for one person might actually release it for another. So base it on how you feel. Don't stay there for too long. And it should feel better after. Also, you should feel this kind of pump in the arms where everything just feels nice and loose and blood flow. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any problems, shoot me messages, and I'd be happy to throw out some videos for you. Take care.